outside. It is Sunday, and I'm here in La Plaza Principal, the main area of Bogota and Central. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take a guided tour of this fellow right here, and he's going to tell me some interesting facts.
How are you doing?
And I'm going to let him introduce himself now. He's going to tell me a little bit about this area.
Hi, how you doing, guys? My name is Edgar. I'm from Bogota, from Colombia. I'm 25. I'm really interested in history, language, and everything related to music as well.
All right, well, first tell me a little bit about this cathedral.
Okay, this cathedral that we have over here is the main cathedral of Colombia, and as well the main cathedral of Bogota. This is La Catedral Primada. This church is from the 80s, and this church has been restored 6 times. It's a really beautiful church, and the only original thing that keep alive is the faces. You see that it's like with blocks of rock, and the doors as well. Inside have been restored several times. But there is something really interesting that I want to show you that has been done in the second restoration.
So he's pointing out the painting up there on the roof area. So
okay, that was made in the restore number 2, and it represents the force of the angels that are taking care of this church. You see that is also the painting. That's something new that the artists want to apply to this church.
Yesterday when I came here and the guy was playing the organ, those are the big pipes that the music was coming from. And the guide was saying that people can request to play the organ, and if their request is granted, they can do that. So it's kind of interesting. I wish I still remembered some songs. Alright, so what about this church here?
Okay, this is La Candelaria church. As I say, mostly all of the neighbors over here in Bogota must have their own church because of the Catholic religion. Something else to say is the Catholic religion was the main religion that the people from Spain put as a main religion over here in Colombia. This is the Catholic church, and over here this church used to be full of gold inside. Right now not anymore, because most people understand could be dangerous for the church to have all these gold inside. With gold, and after they took off this print and they do with the color similar to it.
Okay. There's no actual gold in the paint, or
no, there is no anymore.
And then to do it for looking for oil.
Okay, so we are going to start with the history of the graffiti. So everything.
Okay.
In the history, the humans always have been in the need of paint the walls to do memories.
Sure.
But in this case, we are going to talk about graffitis, the street graffitis. So everything started in the 18th and in the 19th in US. So it was all this hip hop culture.
Yeah.
So how is it going? The culture is the graffiti, the MCs, the DJs, the breakers. So all these cultures start and take a lot of force.
Stop for 1 second, I'll just turn the camera on.
So all this history started in the 18th and in the 19th in US because of the hip hop culture, as I say.
Sure.
So this culture was so big, and with the time it started to get down to Panama. After Panama, you get in the border with Colombia, and they start in Barranquilla.
Oh yeah.
And with the time, of course, they came to the capital city.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be like them. Everybody was trying to dress like them. You know, like big clothes. Everybody was trying to be like heroes culture.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, the people didn't know how to do it properly. So what happened? All Bogota was surrounded by tag graffitis. Like that one that we're taking a look over there. That's illegal graffiti. So what happened? With the time, all the city get with a lot of tags. The city was so ugly. And it started to happen a lot of things with the city, a lot of tourists coming, a lot of things happening. Bogota started to upgrade and to improve themselves. And the government decided to apply a law that if you get the authorization of the owner of the house, you can do the wall, and it's totally illegal.
Okay.
So something else to say is that mostly of the time the artists have to pay for the material of the wall.
Yeah.
So you will say, what is the purpose of this? You see, the artist gotta ask for the permission, gotta buy the material for the wall. What is this? This is publicity for them.
Sure.
Mostly of the artists right now living in Europe, US, Canada, all around the world power because what? Because they start over here in Bogota painting walls, they get famous, and then they are artists, you know. That's what's going on with the graffiti. For example, this graffiti that we're taking a look in front of us. So what we have over here in front of us is a representation of the people from the Amazon. In the Amazon culture, we got 12 alive indigenous crew. They look like her or him that we got in front of us. This is a paint. This is not a graffiti. This is Carlos Trilleras. Carlos Trilleras don't paint with spray because he thinks it's really bad for the environment. So he always painting with a paintbrush. So as I say, in Colombian part, we got 12 alive indigenous crew. They do spiritual drinks. Why? Because they believe in this, because they want to connect three words.
Like ayahuasca.
Exactly, ayahuasca, yahe, cambo, yopo.
Yeah.
So why they do that? Because they want to connect three words. The word of the people who is down, the people who may be dead, the people of the people, the word of the people, our word, the people, the human people, and the people who is above us, like spiritual, you know, like all spiritual contact.
Sure.
So let's talk about ayahuasca. What is the ayahuasca? The ayahuasca is the combination between two plants. You put it in water, you boil it, and you drink it. Always have to be in the night. Why? Because in the night there is no many things that you must be taking care.
Sensory input.
You only take the thing and you will feel what's going on.
Yeah.
We got three animals representative of Colombian society. The jaguar, the monkey, and the bat. Okay. So when the shaman, that is the main position in the indigenous crew, take the ayahuasca or a spiritual drink, he will get the soul of the jaguar.
Okay.
Do you remember the thing that I saw you over there with the like this? That represents the jaguar.
Okay.
And it's made in gold. Then we got the monkey. The monkey is a miko titi. The monkey miko titi is 50 to 20 centimeter size, and they always put it in shoulder. Why? Because it represents the family. And then we got the bat, and the bat represents the night. As I say, these cultures always doing the ceremonies in the middle of the night.
Right. Okay, so he's just talking about the bat, the monkey, and the jaguar, which is this painting right here. And this would be one of the indigenous people. Alright, so the big question is, have you done ayahuasca?
No, not yet, because you must to understand this. The ayahuasca is important, dude, and you must to respect it. So, if you want to take ayahuasca, maybe it's because you want to find answer because of something.
Yeah.
It's not like taking recreative drugs. It's not like this. This is a spiritual drink, and it's quite different than taking, you know, ecstasy or something different. This is something that we as a culture we must to respect.
Yeah. I've read a lot about it because I don't call myself spiritual anymore, but I used to. And so I've read a lot about it, I've heard a lot of stories about it, and it's very interesting, but I have never tried it either, just for the record.
Okay, over here we got the graffiti of Carlos Trilleras, the same artist that we've been talking to. Take a look at the graffiti. It's in the mountains and it's in the middle of the night because you can see the stars. As I say, monkey on shoulder representing the family, and there is something else that the shaman is doing, is smoking. You see that it's smoking?
Yeah.
Why? Because they believe with the smoke they are going to take out all the bad energy of the people and of the place. so you can make an idea how is going the ceremony. The shaman is smoking in the middle of the night, maybe more people around you, could be 10 to 20, and that's what's going on over there.
So are we actually in La Candelaria right now?
This is called Mercado de las Pulgas. That means that the people always on Sundays go to the streets to try to sell something.
Yeah.
Right now we are in La Plaza El Chorro de Quevedo. This is one of the most important square in Colombia and as well in Bogota. Why? Because this is the place where Bogota starts to grow up as a city. This is the beginning of Bogota. In the beginning used to be these shores and 12 little houses around the shores. The little houses there are not anymore over here. Why? Because used to be really weak. But you can see over there in that monument, you see 12 little blocks, and it represents the 12 original houses that used to be over here. The guy who created Bogota was Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada. Over here, this is a cultural point because over here there is more than 40 people hostel around this area. That means that everybody over here come in the night to drink and get crazy. They used to drink a lot of chicha, that is alcoholic drink of the fermentation of the corn. That's what they do over here.
De palitos, de palitos, vale verga.
Yo.
Estoy lamentando.
Ay, mire, acá está.
This graffiti is talking about the corn because corn is so important in Colombian society. So as we say, chicha is made by corn, arepas, empanadas, several things made by corn.
The old cobblestone street going on here. So this is the original area of Bogota. So this is basically billed as a graffiti tour, so I might as well film lots of graffiti while I'm here. Saying that this is Concordia Park, Parque Concordia.
beginning, mostly of the streets in Bogota used to have this kind of roads. You see, like roads.
Yeah.
What happened? Could you imagine the army trying to walk in this street? Everybody will be bumping. What happened? They decide to change to this kind of roads. Adoquin, that means Camino Real, real road. In that way, everybody could walk properly.
Ah, okay. So they used to have the really narrow streets, and then they decided to start widening
For example, the
them.
7th Street, you remember the 7th Street? The main street where
Yeah.
all the people is selling things?
Yeah.
That used to be like this.
Oh, okay.
The artist who took ayahuasca, and he in his wall always painted how is going the experience. What would you see? You know, you can make an idea. Something else to say is that when you take ayahuasca, you always in the hallucination you will see an animal, and that's the animal that you are. That's what happened. So you can ask all the people have been trying ayahuasca, and they all are going to say what animal they are representing.
That's your power animal,
Exactly.
so to
They are the
speak.
power of.
It's not very often that you see art actually painted on stairs like this, so this is kind of cool. Yeah, you'll notice if you ever come to Bogota that there's graffiti all over the place, but artistic graffiti.
So over here we got Bogota.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference between La Candelaria and downtown. Why? Because as I say, Candelaria is a cultural point. They can now construct in top of the old houses. And over there you see where the downtown is starting.
Yeah.
That building is Bogota building. It's the tallest one in Bogota and the tallest one in Colombia.
Yeah.
It's mostly Spain investment. You see those apartments? The blue one with the
Yeah.
blue ones?
Yeah.
Those are university rooms. So over there they share rooms, like 4 people living in one room, something like this. And over there you see it's outside. All those mountains are Bogota. So if you go to the top of that mountain and you take a look down, you will see more houses. From south side, the Bogota, to the north side, we got 33 kilometers, 33. And from the mountains to the west, we got 17. In Colombia, currently living about 9, in Bogota we live in about 9 million people. But because of the immigration of the people who is coming, mostly right now around 11 or 12, something like this. That's what's going on in the magic Bogota.
So is there a commitment to preserving La Candelaria as it is,
Yeah,
or do you think someday that the city's just going to slowly take it over?
I don't know, hopefully
Right?
don't.
Hopefully not.
We never know, but the place is so magic and it's really a special place in Bogota, and I think it's better to keep in this way, and
Yeah.
if they want to construct the north of the city, there is several space for doing it, but Candelaria, please,
Yeah.
let's take care of La Candelaria.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really want to the Amazon. In fact, if I'm going to the Amazon, I think I will do the ayahuasca, because over there it must be, but over here in capital, no.
So you want to go to Leticia?
Yeah, maybe Putumayo.
Yeah. Well, at least Putumayo, you don't have to pay for a flight, so
You
that's
have to.
another really beautiful mural. All right, so tell me a little bit about this mural here.
Okay, so this is a really important place.
Yeah.
This is a theater, but this was the place where Las FARC got the first opportunity to talk, like do an interview with the people from Colombia. It was over here, and it was full of people. This is a mural from several artists, 4 artists, but there is something really interesting about this graffiti. In front of us, we got 4 women, alright?
Pero todo empezó.
So first of all, over there in the corner, we got a black girl that is coming from Africa, alright? Next one with blue eyes is the girl from Europe. And next one we got the girl from the Amazon. And over here we got the example of how the people from this area, from the area of Cundinamarca, the indigenous Muiscas, used to live. So what is the relationship between all those women that we have in front? That we as a Colombian society, we came from the mix of all these women. Africans, because they bring it as a slave. Europeans, they naturally come here to see what's going on. Amazonic, and the locals. And with the times, you know, everybody mix each other and then we are over here.
All right, so before I do run out of memory or my batteries run out, I want you to make sure you give your Amazon name and whatever other information that you have for the people to contact you. If somebody's in the Candelaria, how can people contact you via Instagram or whatever?
Okay, so if you are interested to take our tour, Jaguar Tours Bogota in Instagram, you can follow him, and in the video will be the link of our company.
Okay.
That way you can be with us and we will take care of you. If you're interested, we can take you as well to different places outside of Bogota, transfer company as well.
Great. And so far, I'm really enjoying the tour, and I don't often take tours like this, but you know, having done this, I've enjoyed it a lot, so I'll probably start doing it more. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Why? Because they used to put something,
A coating. Yeah.
Yeah, that way nobody, I mean, if somebody tried to do attack, it's easy to take it away.
Right.
It's like put another wall.
Yeah, yeah. Like a clear layer to protect the painting. Yeah, it's a good idea. There must be kind of a unwritten rule that graffiti artists don't
Exactly.
mess up these,
They don't
right?
want, yeah. I mean, if somebody is
like-
good artist doing the graffiti, they are not going to put a tag on
Yeah.
top of this. I mean.
That's good.
Okay, this graffiti is in English and in Spanish, and it's talking about all the kindness of the world. Something else about to talk about this artist is that this artist is always talking about the chakras of the human being. He's always talking about Buddhism.
Did you say the chakras?
The chakras, yes. 7 chakras. So this artist is always talking about this. So as you know, we got 7 chakras.
Yeah.
3 above,
Yeah.
3 get down.
Yeah.
The 3 who is above of the hair are the spiritual ones.
Yeah.
And the 3 who are down of the hair are the like the roots, the more animals in.
Sure.
So over here we got la corona. That is when you
Crown chakra.
crown chakra in
Yeah.
Spanish, la corona. So
Yeah.
is when you feel the connection with something else. Then you got the third eye that represents the knowledge and as well the intuition. Over here is the way that you can explain the brain with the word, the way that you're talking with the light. Hair that is in the middle, what you eat is what you are, the connection with the mother, and finally the roots. So over here in the graffiti, we can take a look that he put like a road in the middle, a line.
All right,
So what is the purpose
let's go
of
have
all
a
these
closer
chakras?
look.
The purpose of all these chakras
Yeah.
is try to put it in a row, in a line. If you do it,
In alignment.
exactly, if you can do it, you will reach like the nirvana.
Enlightenment.
That is the highest power.
Self-realization, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
So this graffiti is one of the most original graffitis of all Bogota. Why? Because of the style. This graffiti got Greek style, as well is clearly well done. Take a look at the expression and the faces of the people who is in the graffiti. There is something else of this graffiti that at this time we cannot see because of the light, but if you get closer you will understand why it's so original. Pay attention what he put in the wall.
It's like metallic.
Glitter.
Yeah.
So could you imagine this graffiti in the middle of the night with the cars getting down with the lights, shining as a diamond? It's
Yeah.
really beautiful. This graffiti is really beautiful, and we really appreciate this. This is a cultural house, La Redada. Over here they do theater, dance, music, a cultural house.
wrapping up our tour. The tour lasted about 2 hours. Edgar here has got a wealth of information about the area, and we also had some really interesting conversations that were not on film. So he's got a wide range of things he can talk about. Really cool guy. Really enjoyed the tour, even a lot more than I expected to. So that was great.
Appreciate it.
So once again, just give your information quickly. And,
Thank you. So follow us in Instagram as Jaguar Tours Bogota, and we invite you to come over here to Colombia. This is a house for everybody to share.
Yeah, definitely come to Colombia. I've been telling you that in all my other videos. I love Colombia. That's why I've been here so many times. So hopefully this tour will give you another reason to come to Bogota and Colombia. So that's it for now. Hasta luego and
Ciao.
muchas gracias, amigo.
Please
Ciao.
take care. Ciao.
You too.